Hi everyone. Had a little trouble with Zoom this morning. Didn't want to didn't want to cooperate. Interesting, huh? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Let's give it another minute here and welcome Anne, Bonnie, Elizabeth.
Hi everyone.
Hello.
Hi. Raylene, Chantel, and Gio. Am I saying your name right? I'm gonna have to have you pronounce it.
It's how, but I know it's difficult. Like some say how.
How?
But it's
Okay.
how.
Okay. There's no G in there. Okay. And Chantel is joining us from Ontario. Beautiful. So feel free to use the chat box if you would like. I think I said hello to everyone. I'll give it another minute here. I know at least one other person said they were coming this morning. So give it another minute here. Just reduce that and let me do the gallery view. Here we go. All right. So we have a beautiful circle already of beautiful sisters here. So welcome and thank you for joining me. I am recording this so I can at least share this first recording out with the community so that others can get a flavor of what we are doing here, and then perhaps they may want to join us in the peace circle. Okay, and I do want to honor the time as much as I can, so um, we'll keep this to an hour is my goal. Um, so what I have right now is I'm going to open up sacred space, and like I normally do with my circles and groups, and then I'll take us through a brief grounding prayer, and then so we can set up sacred space, and I will invite you to, and I also have a prayer, the Lord's Prayer. I thought would be nice to also bring in. I think most people hopefully feel comfortable with the Lord's Prayer. And bring that in to help set up sacred space. And then, and then let's just have a bit of a discussion around what are some things that you would like to bring ideas and suggestions and how to move forward with this peace circle. Just going to let it flow, and it's feeling into this earlier, to at least do this throughout today and the 23rd and the 30th through the end of December. And we can kind of just see how it begins to flow and develop and move on from there. So, okay, well, let's go ahead and get started. And why don't we just start by opening up sacred space and just creating the beautiful hologram for peace. And also, you may want to, what I was getting this morning too also was, I feel like this space will be a little bit more of silent meditation as part of the platform. And so we can kind of go and just hold the frequency of peace in the space. We can connect to it. We can continue to expand it in the circle. And also, I would invite you to, as an idea or a suggestion, that each week in your own personal time, in your own meditation, contemplation, silent space time, that you maybe do a little bit of inner reflection on any areas within you that you are not at peace with. And then you can always bring that specific You know, it could be that you're not peace about a relationship that you are involved with, that perhaps brings friction or confusion or misunderstandings, or even it could be something even more like an abusive relationship, or there's not respect, or it could be a relationship just with yourself, something that you want to completely dissolve and invite in and replace with the energy of peace. Because peace is the foundation of the 0 point field. So that would be also something that you could do each week and just bring it to the circle. It's not that you have to necessarily share it. You can share it if you like, or you can just, when we do the silent meditation, bring it into the hologram to be uplifted and to receive support through this peace circle to help you to dissolve and to open up to more peace and love. Okay, well, why don't we get started now, and then we'll just kind of let this flow. And let me just welcome everyone. Thank you for joining our first peace circle. And let me just go ahead now and invite you to close your eyes and begin by bringing your hand to your heart. I always like to start there. I would invite you to either be comfortably sitting, or you could be laying down if you'd like. That's fine. Just totally as relaxed as you can. And just bringing your hand to your heart, just begin now with setting an intention to align with the higher divine mind of God Goddess, to align with our divine heart and the divine will, sacred centers, to activate deep healing, transformation on our lower subtle bodies, the mental, the emotional, the physical, and the spiritual. Beautiful. And taking a deep breath in on that now. And so just coming together now as we set up this sacred intention of joining together in this sacred circle of light and love and peace, that together we come together to create this container of the highest frequencies of love, of light, and peace. We are here to support the grounding and the anchoring of heaven on earth in whatever way that is authentic for us as individuated sparks and individuated beautiful souls made in the image of God Goddess. And however that comes through for us, that our walk together in this beautiful container that we are now bringing forth today. And so I'll invite you now to take the hand of your sister to the left, the hand of your sister to the right, or even a brother that may be joining you. And we now have our beautiful, higher ascended team coming in to join us. And so we now have a very large circle. And now I'll just invite you to invite in your own I am presence to join you, to drop down and merge. And you can bring that I am presence down through the crown. You can bring it all the way down into the tailbone, inviting your I am presence to come forth. And just asking your ego self to step to the side or to the back and observe, to simply observe your I am present, your higher self through this ceremony. Breathing that in, and now just calling in the four corners of the universe, calling in Alpha and Omega. Beautiful. And now calling forth your connection to your own personal Akashic records, and just simply just setting an intention, opening your crown chakra. Now connecting with that flow of beautiful white crystalline light moving down through you. You can bring that flow of light down to your heart center that becomes the repository for receiving guidance, love, receiving what you need in this moment and every moment with the support of your own Akashic records, bringing you truth, your wisdom, bringing forth your answers, aligning with your own soul's frequency and vibration of your own divine I am blueprint held in the Akashic records. And just breathing into all of that support. And so now I'm going to bring in the Ascended Masters. So I have some new ones that wanted to come in and participate today. I have many actually that are here. So I'm going to start off first with welcoming in our beautiful Lord Sananda, Master Jesus, or Yeshua, whichever name you like to use, as our beautiful embodiment who came to the earth, who embodied divine perfection and pure unconditional love, and is the frequency holder of the I Am Christ consciousness, along with his beautiful mother and twin flame, twin way, Mother Mary, of course, beautiful Mary Magdalene, now all in the circle, as well as Kuan Yin, who is joining us today, who is committed to being here on the earth until all the suffering and pain is resolved and until every human is brought to enlightenment. So we have our beautiful Kuan Yin. We also had with us today beautiful Siddhartha Gautama Buddha, who is also joining us today with his beautiful presence of light and peace, who achieved that on the earth plane. And we're bringing that forth into our beautiful container. We also welcome in the beautiful energies of Babaji. Babaji also was an enlightened master who brings forth the wisdom of yoga. We invite in and welcome Babaji. We also invite in the energy of White Tara. White Tara is part of the Christ consciousness, part of the Christ family. And she is here today and will be joining us and with us to help us to purify us of any areas that we still might be holding with any of our subtle bodies that need purification, so that we can achieve more peace and embody more peace in our lives, so we can walk on this earth at peace. So she will be assisting us. And then last but not least, we have in the beautiful Matira, always have a hard time saying that, who brings in the power of joy and is also part of the Christ consciousness family. He's also going to be present with us in this beautiful ceremony, as well as we may have other Ascended Masters who want to come and join us. So I'm now seeing White Buffalo Woman coming in to represent, she is here to represent the galactic indigenous people. And she also carries a very high frequency of peace with her. So White Buffalo Woman would like to join us. And then as we move forward, there may be others who want to come in and join us. And you may be sensing others, and that's fine too. And also inviting in your own beautiful angels and archangels. We also invite in our own shamanic, your animal totems. If you're come from a shamanic background, power animals. We also invite in the fifth dimensional beautiful frequencies of the whales and the dolphins who'd like to be here today with us, the elementals, the fairies and the gnomes and the crystal kingdom. And Gaia herself, our newly ascended Gaia, that we are all walking on and through and into this new, through this beautiful portal this week of connecting in our new, shifting into our new foundation actually to be that of the fifth dimensional unity consciousness, the plane of divine love, and that be our new frequency. And that is our new paradigm that we're shifting into. So just take a big deep breath, everyone. And now we do have a beautiful altar in the middle of the circle. This beautiful altar, it's a beautiful white altar. We are now inside a beautiful temple on the inner plane, so I can begin to see that coming in now. And on our beautiful altar that's covered in white, we have beautiful candles. We also have a beautiful, we actually have a silver platter and a gold platter now that our beautiful Sananda, Master Jesus, has placed in the altar. And these platters, what these are, silver and gold platters, are here for is that anytime during the ceremony, you can go and you can take to either the silver platter or the gold platter, the silver representing the divine feminine, the gold representing the divine masculine. And you can take and you can ask for assistance for purification and just whatever burden, a burden that maybe you're releasing. As I said, it can be anything. Maybe it's a difficult emotion that you want purification with. Maybe it's a relationship. Um, so anything at all. Maybe it's an addiction. Maybe it's um, just anything at all you're struggling with that you need assistance with. And we're being invited at any time during this circle to walk up to the middle of the altar and to place that into one of those beautiful silver or gold plates. And then that will be lifted up by the angels into the highest realms of heaven and taken up to your divine team of support, which includes your own beautiful I am, include your beloved guardian angel, angels, archangels, your own personal team of your own divinely ascended masters, galactic star family. Want to include them, and they will, as well as our beautiful divine support team here. And you can also work with one of these masters here. You can just call them by name, or they may come forward and present themselves in front of you. You might see them clairvoyantly, you might just feel their presence or their energy, or they may speak with you, and just receive that support during this time in the circle as we come together to begin to dissolve and purify anything that we're carrying within us that is not at least at the peace vibration or the love vibration. Okay, so taking a deep breath in. And as we create this co-container of the highest frequency of love and light and peace, we ask for this energy to support every heart's intention in this circle, whether they're present today or they listen to the replay, for the highest good to be made manifest upon our new earth. So take a moment and bring your right hand to the middle of your forehead, placing it on your third eye. And now we're just going to open our pineal chakra, which is our spiritual antenna and connection to the Christ consciousness frequencies. And just with your intention, set your intention to begin to connect with these beautiful frequencies, the Christ consciousness, and feel this connection opening in your third eye. You can begin to feel energy moving in and through your body. And if you don't, no worries, you're still making that connection. And now just bringing your hand down and taking a moment now, we'll just open up space to set your own personal intention or prayer. And you can either speak it out loud or silently to yourself. So now I am seeing intentions already moving into both the silver and the gold platters on the altars. You can do more than one. So you can send in an intention. You can send in like a prayer request. And let's just take a few moments here to do that, giving everybody plenty of time to do that. Beautiful. And so breathing that in, everyone, and taking a moment now, we acknowledge the power of when two or more people share a space together with a unified intention for the highest good to manifest. We co-create powerful shifts of healing and transformation together. And when one person makes this shift, it becomes available to everyone as an opportunity. So if you would like to receive that through this peace circle, just say yes. Beautiful. And when we are able to remain balanced within the sacred space of our own heart, we begin to feel more stable, more safe and secure. We can remain grounded in our body, operating on more of our own authentic energies, rising above the chaos in the outer world. When we connect with this space and set an intention for this to be our primary residence, as we learn to stay connected to our higher self through our heart center and our authentic I am God self connection, then we can begin to live more from this higher state of being and knowing deep within that we are all already beings of the Christ consciousness. We already carry the Christ consciousness light within. And because of this knowing and feeling and being and becoming more and more of this frequency of peace and divine love, even unconditional love, we know we are eternal beings of light and that we are always completely safe and protected, this spark of light, and that that death holds no bar over us. We do have this physical incarnation, but yet when this physical body, it's time for it to dissolve and return back to Mother Earth, to Gaia, that our eternal consciousness, our spark of light goes on, and there is no death. And so we're being asked to embrace this concept. And if you need some assistance with that, Lord Sananda is here to um, give us just a brief, he wants to give just a brief, I think, teaching or a few words here. So we're all sitting down in the circle. And let me just tap in to see. He's just saying that it's so important right now that we not get caught up in the fear around us, in the chaos around us, and that many people are in fear um, for their physical life. You know, they're in fear around, you know, how they're going to keep a roof over their head, how they're going to pay the bills, how they're going to just the basic survival, which is, you know, the root chakra. You know, all of this is being stirred up within us, in us personally, and within the collective consciousness of um, you know, of the world, of humanity, because, you know, with these new frequencies of light, with all of these astrological changes that are coming together in divine perfection, you know, this is all being orchestrated from the highest realms of heaven. This is not some just happenstance. So as we continue to move through this and shift into the fifth dimension, and they're showing me that will be completed by January 21st, then during this time, then there's going to be a great disturbance, you know, that could be coming within us and within the people around us and within our communities and within the cities and you know, and so he's guiding us that to release, to embrace this concept that you are an eternal being of love and light. You're safe, you're protected, that spark of light, and that this body and even the emotions that you feel, that you experience, are just a temporary place, and that your eternal being of light and love, your eternal spark, um, your Atman spark, I like to say, always lives on and on and on. So it's really important to embrace this for being prepared for what's coming, um, to prepare yourself to relax into this and to bring this to the altar right now. He's inviting you to bring it to the altar and place it on the altar if you need some help with, and there's no shame in this, okay? Bring it to the altar and say, yes, I need help with just completely accepting that I am, in this temporary body, right now, but that I am eternal being, and that, when my body, um, you know, dissolves, when I go through the death process, that I go on. Because once we can accept this concept, then, we get through that door and we get to the other side and we see that, yes, we do go on. And so he's inviting you now to walk through that door. Just walk through the door of death. And there's nothing to fear. And as you get on the other side of that door, what do you see? What do you feel? What do you know? And so during this time, as we walk through this kind of final, yes, we're going through a tunnel of light right now, but there's going to be, there's going to be a complete transparency now as we shift into the fifth dimension. Everything that is in the lower astral plane, everything that's in the third dimension, everything that's in the fourth dimension will become transparent. And there's going to be a rising of darkness that is going to come up. And that darkness is going to be challenging for a lot of people, honestly, to accept this. And some people may be going into denial or shock or anger. Some people may not be able to even accept it at all for a while. And so what we can do is we can, in this beautiful peace circle, is we can hold this beautiful container of compassion. And Kuan Yin's coming to the middle of the circle. And she says, I will hold this space of compassion with you, beloved. All you need to do is invite me to be activated within your sacred heart space to hold this level of compassion for yourself first and foremost. And that hold this space of compassion as much as we can. We don't have to do it perfectly. It's not about that. It's about when you go into a moment or a situation that's happening over this next, several weeks, maybe in the next couple months, that you recognize that you are not alone and that this beautiful circle, a very high, beautiful circle of ascended masters and beautiful beings of light, you can connect to this hologram, and all you need to do is call their name and ask them to come in and overlay around your aura to completely enfold you in in this energy of peace and compassion and love, and to completely bring in that rainbow frequency of protection. And you can bring that into your body, into your aura. You can expand the rainbow light out into your home, around your home. You can also bring in the gold frequency of the divine masculine for protection, and also bring that to around your space, below, above, around, so that then as things are falling apart, as things are happening, as chaos is happening, you will not be impacted. And you can stay in this high resonance of this high field. And Lord Sananda says there's no judgment if you can't do it 100% of the time. You don't have to. You just do it as best you can because you're still human. And being human means that we're vulnerable. And this is an important teaching for us to understand, because yes, we do have the ability to bring back set of powers. Yes, that's very real. We do have the ability to step into these higher frequencies, and just we'll begin to see on the planet more miracles and more blessings coming. Absolutely. However, the paradox is that we are both human and divine, and being human means we have these beautiful body temples, these beautiful body devas, but these body devas are, they are vulnerable. I mean, and it's opening up to that space of vulnerability that then we can open up to that divinity within through that space and that portal of vulnerability, and completely opening up to that. Because to not accept that, to not, to be in denial of that is going to create an aura of a resistance around you. So this is really important, that yes, you are vulnerable. Yes, your family, your friends, your communities are vulnerable. That is true. And this is why it's so important that you accept the fact right now that if something happens, if something happens to your physical body, it's important to accept that you go on, so that you're not carrying any vibration of fear around this, so that you can get to as close as possible to carrying the frequency of peace within you as best you can. So let's just take a deep breath in around all of that, letting that really just sink into your bones, into your heart, into your body. Just letting that go really deep. And grounding that into your feet. Taking some deep breaths. So I know that was rather heavy. I didn't expect that. However, just let go of expectations around any of this. Let go of the attachments around how any of this is going to happen is the best space. And just surrender into your own vulnerability, because when we're vulnerable is when we can open our heart, and we can actually raise that vibration of peace and joy and love within us. We just take down all the shields. We become completely vulnerable. Just like Yeshua is saying, in a way, you could feel like you're going through a crucifixion at this time. And just look at it as crucifying everything within you that needs to be crucified, of the old world, of the old order. Just let it be crucified as I did on the cross. I showed the way because everything was crucified, all of it. I was completely vulnerable to all of it. And yet through that, not as a sacrifice, but as a vulnerability to show that yes, being a human is a beautiful experience, a beautiful gift from God Goddess to have this experience. But that also, as I was resurrected 3 days later, that you could see, and everyone could see, that I was resurrected in my spirit, right? My spirit went on, that there is truly no death. There's only moving from one reality to another reality to another reality, in a sense. There's only experience and change and growth as you come back to knowing who you really are at the core of you. So this week, let it be a time of contemplation, deep silence. Let it be a time of purification, to purify and to crucify everything within you that is not of your own beautiful divine I am blueprint of the Christ consciousness that you carry. Everything that is lesser, or everything, every vibration, every frequency, every thought, every feeling, everything that is of the lower dimensions, the third and fourth dimension, just let that be purified and dissolved from your system. And you're being invited to now do that with the assistance of these beautiful masters in your own divine I am presence and team. So let's take a deep breath in. And taking a moment here to receive a beautiful white rose from Master Sananda. This white rose represents the true purity of your heart. Take this rose into your heart, beloved, and activate your sacred heart. Through this white rose holds the frequency of innocence, in that you are already holy and pure in your beautiful divine I am. And now take this beautiful white rose into your heart. Allow it to bloom within your heart. The purity and the innocence as a child of the cosmos, of Divine Mother, Divine Father. And as you surrender into this sweet fragrance of your purity, your innocence, and your holiness, this is the most vulnerable, but the most precious gift that you can embody and that you can give to others who have forgotten. They've forgotten this. As you embody this along with the energy of peace and love, many will awaken through this gift that you give today to yourself, to your families, your communities, to others. This is the greatest gift of life. And as I gave and showed the way for you, you are now giving and showing the way for others. And so Sananda is actually bowing to each of us in respect, with deep respect and honor for each soul, to show that we are all truly equal. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. It doesn't matter what country you live in. It doesn't matter really what your beliefs are, in a sense. Your beliefs are important, yes, but what matters is that we all come from this beautiful, beautiful source of the Christ consciousness light and love. We are all birthed from that through Divine Mother Sophia. And we are all being called home to the light and to the love that we already are. And so now Lord Sananda is now holding a beautiful gold cup, a chalice. And now we all have a gold cup in our hand, and we're now drinking from this beautiful chalice of purity, love, light. The waters are now moving in and through our bodies, our beings, our minds, our hearts. As you receive this water purification, begin to feel the violet flame moving through. Begin to feel it moving through every cell and every part and particle of your hologram, purifying, 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 completely transmuting everything within you that is not of love or peace. And as you as you drink this cup, from this cup, the holy waters of the sacred womb of Divine Mother, you will begin to awaken to this deep connection. As you awaken to this deep connection with Divine Mother, with Holy Mother, allow her to purify everything in your life, beloved. And this is your path home, back to the light, back to the love that you already are. And now, Lord Jesus is now taking the hand of us, each one of our hands as little children. For he reminds us that in the way to enter the kingdom of heaven is through your innocence, through the purity of your heart. For those who are meek shall inherit the new earth. And so we are being invited to drop into this place of holy innocence and meekness and purity again. And as we do this, we move through the eye of the needle this week. We move into that new, beautiful space of the fifth dimension we call the unity consciousness, the plane of divine love. And now there's beautiful flowers coming down from the highest heavens all around our circle. Beautiful, beautiful rose petals, manna from heaven. Receive your abundance, receive your joy, receive your peace. Receive all of this as gifts from the Most High, from heaven. Do not worry, do not be concerned. All is well, beloved. Just breathe and come back. Breathe through this and come back in each and every moment to the truth of your holy heart, your sacred heart. So let's breathing in, breathing out for a moment, anchoring all of this in. Just maybe taking a moment to express the beautiful gratitude, the appreciation for this beautiful teaching and sharing today from our beautiful Lord Sananda, Master Jesus. For this beautiful healing today of overcoming the illusion of death so that we can now be truly free to live our life in peace and joy and love each and every moment, full out in our full expression. Breathing that in, bringing all of the energy to your heart, bringing it down through the rest of the body into your feet. And now tapping your forehead 3 times to just anchor in the teaching, the love, the light into that frontal spiritual lobe, into the third eye. Breathing in, breathing out. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. And I'm going to now bring everything to a close around the meditation, and then we can have some sharing, talk about our next circle with the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, which art in heaven, O Father, Mother God, divine oneness, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Glory to our own beloved I am presence. Thy kingdom come, Father, bring forth the golden age. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. For the new age of peace and brotherhood is completed, and even now on the inner planes it is already done. Give us this day our daily bread, so supply our needs as they manifest. And forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors, for love is reflected in love. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Mother, Father, God, help us to remain in the temple of the absolute, beyond the experience of all Maya and illusion. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. For thou art now, the golden age is manifested within the immaculate, perfect image of man through us, right now and forevermore. Om, Om, Om. We are all united through our beautiful Mother Mary, beloved Jesus, the cosmic Christ. And so it is. Amen, amen, amen. Just taking a deep breath in, everyone, and that was kind of a different version of that prayer through this Blessed Mother's Rose of Healing Heart book that actually Raylene recommended. Beautiful book. So let's just coming back now and feeling, how are you feeling? What are you experiencing? And I'll just open up for any sharing, and also opening up for suggestions for the circle, and moving forward of what you would like to bring forth. If you would like to, have a prayer that you want to share in the circle, the circle is for you and co-created together. So totally open here to hear suggestions or ideas, or how we want to continue to co-create all of this going forward. And you can either type in the chat box or unmute yourself. Chantel said, "This was beautifully done. Thank you. Really enjoy the process, and I love your visualization and meditations." Oh, you're welcome, Chantel. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Bonnie. Did you want to share? You want to unmute yourself? There you go. Hi. I think.
Hi. That was amazing. Don't really know what else to say. I don't really know how you could make it better myself.
Okay. Thank you. Well, I appreciate that. I just, I just show up and I'm just here, and these beautiful beings wanted to come in today, and I had no idea that Lord Sananda was going to come through with that little teaching, but this is it. This is being in the quantum space, right? And to me, but thank you. I received that. But totally open here to, if someone else would like to lead the prayer next time, or, bring a prayer, or, this is all a space for everyone to co-create with. So I think that, to me, it's so beautiful as we create these beautiful communities online, and then eventually in person, that we're all doing this together, in unity consciousness. So I really want to honor that, honor everyone's gifts and presence and beauty. So, but thank you. Appreciate that. I receive it. Let's see. Chantel said it really helps to go within. Yes. Yeah. And if that's all we do in this space is we come together, now that we set up the hologram, you can come back to the hologram, during your own prayer meditation this week, your own time, whether you're in nature or however you do it, and you can just come back. Just say, I want to reconnect to the Peace Circle hologram, and I want to reconnect, or you can come back and listen to the replay if you want to do that, or however you want to do it. And then just ask for the energy. Hi, Raylene.
Hi. It was a lot. I wanted to ask you, there's a pronunciation. Were you trying to say Lord Maitreya? Not Matea, but Maitreya?
Maitreya. Yeah, I've got it right here. But
he's one of my masters. So
okay.
They say he was one of them, and this is just one version of it that he overlit Joshua. So
yeah,
just had to speak up on that. White Tara, I'm glad you talked about White Tara, because I had chills coming from the top of my head to my feet. And I always didn't know enough about her, but felt connection. Now, you were saying like coming out of almost like a transition from death. And I'm thinking if we're going through a birth canal or we're going through a 3-day, could be either. And that's a lot to contemplate, but it's really good to know at this divine timing. And I'm celebrating inside myself. And the other thing I would say about becoming vulnerable, because I had to work on myself for years on this, is working around the word trust. Because then in order to work through that, then you can go into that surrender, I call it. You know, it's all stages and steps and doesn't have to be done right away, but the trust word came in really strong for this. This peace energy is needed on so many levels, and this circle is a blessing again. You know, miracles abound, and where we are needed right now and where we should be. I don't like the word should be, but in this situation, yes. So I'm glad you always follow your heart and your guidance. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Rolene, and thank you for bringing in that piece about trust. Yes, so it's
big one.
another area that's a big one that you have to kind of work on. Absolutely. I know I'm still working on it myself after years of working on. We
Yeah.
work on these things, absolutely. But yes, thank you for that.
You're welcome.
And thank you for helping me to. I have the card right here, but I still have a hard time saying his name. There he is, right there.
Yeah, he's the one being you really want to.
You want to say it right.
Yeah, I'm a little biased when it comes to him. Such a he's not the only one, of course, but I call a love being. Oh my.
Yeah. Yes.
like a Sananda Kamora type of love. Yeah.
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And I don't know, White Tara came in. This is her card today, but I'm also connected to Red Tara and Green Tara. I'm connected to all the Taras, but I'm just going with which ones came in. So we'll kind of just each week. I don't know. Can y'all see that? See that right there?
There's one Tara they don't talk about a lot, and there's actually a gold Tara.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess more in the future she'll have more of a presence. All of it's quite interesting. Yeah.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. And
Thank you.
I'm going to light this because I meant to light this earlier, but I'm going to light it now. Okay.
I feel like that song, Holy, Holy, Holy.
Yeah.
It's coming along talking to you. Yes.
Oh my goodness. All right. So, let me see what time it is. I lose all track of time. Okay, we're like 11:57. So, does anyone have anything they would like to share? You don't have to. Or later, I'll post the replay in the community, and then you'll have it to listen to again. And you can also share with others if you like. I don't know if I'm going to put it on YouTube channel. I might put it on YouTube channel and just invite people to come if they want to participate. And then out through my email. But feel free to share, invite others to, if they want to listen or if they want to come live. That's fine. Whatever they want to do. I'm gonna say your name. I'm saying Yao. Oh, Ao. Sorry, that was amazing, powerful. Thank you so much. You're welcome, dear. Sorry, I'm not pronouncing your name right. I have struggle with pronunciation of names. Well, thank you all for coming to co-create this first peace circle, and we will meet again next Wednesday at 11 a.m. on the 23rd. So just a couple of days before Christmas. And yeah, and if you want to bring something for the circle, please feel free. If you want to bring a prayer or a poem or anything, you're welcome to do that, and we'll make sure it gets included, or a process. You know, just want this to be opened so that everyone is honored, as best we can. Chantel, thanks again. You're welcome, Chantel. All right. Well, this was so beautiful. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I really enjoyed this co-creating with each of you. It's a really powerful circle, powerful group of beautiful souls here. So, sending each of you blessings and lots of love. And if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to share those out on the community and the activity feed. Um, Always love to hear sharing or feedback or anything like that too is wonderful. It helps others too when we share, because it helps to validate their experience too. And that's really super important. All right, beautiful. Sending you lots of love and blessings. Have a beautiful week.
You
Good
too.
to,
Thank you.
thank you. Good to see you all, and take care. All right. Bye-bye for now.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Bye-bye.
Bye.